Hey, what is up everybody, Blades for here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video, guys, we're mainly just going to be doing a little bit of a yap fest to some extent here, mainly talking about what I want to see in the future and just like what I expect to see really. So if you guys are interested in this, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out quite a lot here. And we're almost at 4K, so thank you guys for all the support. Y'all have been absolutely amazing in this. This video should possibly go up at 9:30 if I'm correct, so hopefully it doesn't come out late or anything like that. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Now, as you can see, I'm playing Tycoon, having a little bit of fun in the background, and this is gonna be one of these videos that's just mainly me more or less talking to you guys on like what do you expect to see, what I expect to see in the future, stuff like that. And it's mainly because like I've been watching a lot of different content creators videos on this game here. I've also been kind of enjoying myself when it does come down to doing this stuff here in general, and I ain't gonna lie to you, it's been freaking great. It's been fun. I've been enjoying myself seeing a lot of folks have their opinions on the game. That has been a huge deal for me. It has definitely been something that I've been wanting to see, and at least wanting to recognize from the community, seeing that this game is still fairly new to a lot of folks, right? It's still bringing in players. It's still trying to get its image out there, and seeing what a lot of folks really want to see in this game has also made me see what I really want to see in this game. And the company has been doing great so far, but there are a lot of things that they do need to brush up on. So we're going to be talking about that and some things that I expect. So one of the first things, especially on my bullet point list, which since I'm doing one of these videos, I always tend to have like a set of bullet points to keep me kind of on track and not straying too far off here. But what I'm actually wanting to see first here, and this is a major one that I've been really wanting to kind of pound down here, is bam, the multiplayer aspect. That has been something huge. That has been something that I've really wanted to see more or less, or at least really wanted to take part in more or less here. Seeing that multiplayer has been kind of low, right? It's been, of course, this is one of the multiplayer aspects. We of course can do some things maybe every now and again inside of the overworld, but there hasn't been much. There hasn't been a crazy amount of stuff to do in the overworld, and that itself has also brought some things. Like we have mementos, we have palaces, and it's meant to be more of course a like P5 experience. It's meant to more or less, because at the end of the day, this is a single player game. It's meant to more or less be a single player related game. But at the same time, with this single player related game in accordance here, we have live service. Now, live service, if you guys don't know about how this is going to be here, this is kind of like a long-term service thing that we're, no matter what's going to happen here, it's going to be up at least until like the game decides to decides to shut down here. It's meant to continuously, no matter what, just like stay updated with you, have the community grow with it, add features. You're keeping everyone engaged all the time, right? There is some content purchases, microtransactions. That's always been the thing that we've known of. Of course, it's a gotcha day, and that has been something that that needs to be evaluated on. I get it's a single player type deal, and there's tons of single player type gotchas out there, but with this game, they've already tried to add some multiplayer features, which one of those multiplayer features is Tycoon. This is going really good, but for example, Tycoon doesn't have like you can make your own lobbies with friends, right? It doesn't have that, in which it doesn't have to be ranked. It doesn't have to be any of that, right? It can just be basic old stuff, but it doesn't have things that you can just really just rank up, or at least play with friends, at least have some fun with friends. That doesn't really exist in Tycoon, and I want to see that. I want to see that in the future. It's definitely one of the things that I really want to experience here, because I feel like as good as Tycoon really is, they're missing some multiplayer they're missing the multiplayer features. And with the things that we have in this game, right? And I don't understand why other games don't do this. I feel like a lot of you guys will understand this, because I talked about this with a couple friends, and then I've also talked about this with a group of people just I've never met before. We just had a good little discussion, and it's more or less like, why don't games do how Blazing used to, or like any of these other games have done this, where the multiplayer aspects, you have instances, right? Y'all can go into a palace instance. It don't even have to be a full-on palace. A couple battles, each one of you guys bring one character, y'all do a turn-based system. it's going to be a really hard fight. So everybody got to be on the A game, right? You got to actually have team compositions, right? That would be freaking awesome. Okay, I've had so many moments where I've thought about this and I'm like, dude, why haven't we done this? Why isn't this a deal? Like, why isn't this a thing? And it's been a major thing that kind of just goes in and out for my head here. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, dude, this would be fun. This would be a great addition to a game. And for this game like this, I kind of want them to do something like that, because multiplayer aspects are very slim in this game. We don't have much. There's many options where we could have more than this, and we just don't got it. We don't have it at all. And I feel like that's kind of a missed opportunity for this game. So one of the things I want to expect in the future is, of course, more multiplayer aspects here. The other thing that I really want to expect is at least the outlook, or at least the option, more or less, to actually I'm trying to see how I want to word this. Yeah, the option more or less of events here, right? We do know, of course, we have the Valentine's event coming up soon, or at least we have Valentine's coming up in general, right? The only issue with this is I don't really know how good the event's going to be. I want to say this event that's been out right now has been probably one of the better events. Like, we only get these events during certain times. So like the summer event was really good. Yes, it did have some very bad choosing at times for at least events, but it was actually pretty darn good. And then of course this one has been really good as well. It did bring back the little shooting events and fireworks events, which I mean is kind of dull, but they were still cool at the end of the day. But those events don't really have any like replayability, right? Once you get the gems and stuff like that, you don't really want to replay them. We need stuff like that for events that are replayable, something that's nice, something that's challenging, right? That gets your brain racked. Now, the one thing about this update that I've enjoyed the most is for one of the events, which was the one with the I don't know how, I think it's the Nyan Beast. I might be saying that wrong. Please someone correct me inside of the comment section, because I don't want to offend anyone out there. So I am sorry if I did say that wrong there. But that fight was genuinely challenging for me, and that was for me having A6 characters. There's people who are doing this out with A0 characters, and they're racking their brains. They're over here figuring it out. Like, we had Red Harv inside of the worldwide Discord that figured out how to beat it with wonder. Like, that's insane. Okay, if we can get more events like that, that would be so freaking cool. Like, I really want to actually what's it called? I really want to see more of that here. And we haven't really seen much of that. We haven't really had much of that when it does come down to the event. So I want them to kind of try and bring that more into the future, whether it comes down with the Valentine's Day event, we're just giving more like prizes out. This was loaded, but of course it's Chinese New Year event, so it was expected to be to some extent here, but this event was freaking loaded. I want to have events like this because they drill people to wanting to play the game. They get people into it, get people really happy and stuff like that. That is what I want to see, and we're still missing some of that. So I mean, like, I can't wait. I'm sitting here and I'm like, dude, it's something that just keeps going through my head where I'm like, dude, this would be awesome to add. That's one of the bullet points that I want to actually at least go over and address here. Now, next bullet point that we want to go ahead and talk about is the lack of 4 stars. Now, of course, not all gachas have 4 stars. They don't have SRs and stuff like that that come out regularly, right? This gacha has came out with, I think, 2 4 stars, but hasn't really done any more with. Now, of course, the hard part, right? One of the pills to kind of like swallow here is at the end of the day, 4 stars are harder to market sometimes, right? They're harder to market because not everyone's excited about a 4-star. People are more excited about the new 5-star, stuff like that. But I want to see new 4 stars in this game. Like Star Rail, if I'm right, Honkai Star Rail, they do a good job at this. At least they bring out 4 stars. They at least bring out more of these guys. And they're not ever like terrible 4 stars. Sometimes they can actually be used side by side. Hey, we have Gallagher out there who's absolutely amazing for the 4-star side. And for P5X wise, we have Vino, who's absolutely amazing. We have Rico, who's absolutely amazing. We need more 4 stars in this game. I want to see more 4 stars inside of this game. And it's not that the company is doing terrible for that, right? They're not doing anything bad. It's just more or less that we don't have that option, or at least no, they haven't really decided to go about that option of actually what's it called, of actually utilizing 4 stars, right? They haven't decided to go along with this, and it's more or less probably just an advertisement issue, but I want to see more of that. I want to know you guys' opinions on, at least opinions on this in the future, because I feel like we should have more 4 stars. Like, just keeping it utterly real right now, we need to have more 4 stars. Like, I love 5 stars all dang day, but to some extent that gets tiresome. Like, that gets tiring, to be honest. Like, I want to see something better, and we haven't been able to see that. We haven't really been able to experience that, and I really want something better than this. I really just want something better than it. So you guys let me know what y'all feel about that. Let me know how y'all feel about that. But that's already just one. So first of all, I already won this game here. This was easy for that one, but let me just quickly do this and I just win this game anyways, because no one has kings or aces. So yeah, you guys are out of luck, homie. I'm looking at the counter. It's over with. But it's over with anyways. But anyways, the other thing that I wanted to do, some folks are talking about, of course, the lack of certain game modes, right? We have a decent bit of game modes in this game, but this comes back down to the repetitiveness of each game mode. Heart Rail, they've done good with at least trying to I want to say make it a little bit better. But one of the issues I have with Heart Rail is there's nothing that really drives you to really want to play it. Yes, you get the finite reward, but Heart Rail is still a thing that needs to be developed in this game. And in the future, I expect to see them to really revolutionize Heart Rail. I want them to do this because we need weekly rewards. They don't have to be crazy. Just a little bit of gems, maybe a little bit of material, stuff like that. That's good enough. That will drive a person to play that game mode. That game mode is collecting dust, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I can clear out everything just by one shot killing it, and it's just a click of a button. They made it easy where you can just click a button, it one shot kills the room. I'm being honest. Even with that addition, the game mode is still boring as crap. Like, okay, that is still another thing that I want them to. It's a snooze fest. It is a absolute snooze fest. You know it's bad where I'm in the midst of doing a stream, right? I'm doing a stream. There's folks watching. I'm chilling, and I'm going to sleep while playing this game mode. That's not a good thing. That is something that definitely needs to be freaking checked, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's probably one of my biggest gripes with this game is the replayability of that game mode alone. That game mode should not be that bad. It just shouldn't. We gotta have something a little bit better, at least for that game mode, and we gotta try hard for that. And they need to do something with that game mode, and I think more game modes will kind of help on this, but at the same time, I think more game modes will also kind of dumb it down, and the game mode's still gonna stay the same. It's never gonna get like actually optimized and be useful. So that's still something I need to see. It's still something that I want to see, because there hasn't been really much with it. There hasn't. We're just keeping it real with you. I don't think I've seen much change with it. Folks still don't like the game, so they still don't like the game mode. So that's something else that they really got to bring over, and it's been something that I've tried highlighting, but you know, some people just don't like to acknowledge it. So I mean, like, it is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, I hope they do change that in the future. I really want to see that. The last thing in the future is, hey, better advertisements. Like, we've had advertising for this game, and it's been pretty darn decent, but I want better advertisement than this. Okay, we gotta have a little bit more, and of course this is just the CNKRTW version, so I mean, like, it's not gonna get advertising right now, but when global does come out, please what I'm saying, advertising in the future, make it great. That's the last thing I'm gonna really gripe on. Nothing too much here. This is just stuff I expect. I want you guys to leave down below in the comment section what you guys expect to see in the future. What do you want to see in the future from this game alone? Like, what would make it so this game is 20 times better for you? I want to know this, because this has mainly been something that's been dwelling on my mind. And after I watched a couple videos, one of them being Yandere Gogeta's video, which definitely check him out. For the small things that I've seen as well from his channel, it's been actually kind of a blast. So I like actually talking with folks who genuinely have great opinions and don't kind of just follow under, you know, what's said out there. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I like that. So I'm just gonna stop yapping. But y'all enjoy y'all day and have a nice one. Peace out.